So today we are filming Greenaleigh. So we're down at the end of Culvercliff. If you look on the White Mark and Culvercliff video, you'll know where this is. It's just down past the Minehead Harbour. This is the way you've got to walk in now. We've chosen to walk it near low just for ease, because you can walk along the sandbar. Other than that, there's a path up the top there that you can walk pretty much to White Mark, and then it's across the boulders, so you've got to walk in. You used to be able to park at Greenaleigh Farm, but that stopped years ago, and if you go up there now, they will vandalise your car. They'll let your tyres down and they'll put a note on your car. I've heard many reports of this, and I had it myself when I didn't realise when it first happened. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to turn off, and then when we get to Greenaleigh, we'll start talking about the venue itself. So this is the first part of Greenaleigh that I generally fish. The farm is just up there, and I'm diagonally down to the left. I fish off at an angle off this point of a boulder field and weed. And January's ray that I caught that went double figures was from here. So generally speaking, you can get good ray here. You can get some nice smooth hounds as well. That's where I had some the other day, which I'll just put in the top corner for you. And yeah, you can get all manner of fish here. So you get small eyes, spotties, blondes. I've had turbot off here as well, small, nothing bigger than sort of like 25 centimetres, but turbot nonetheless. You get small schoolies. You can get larger bass, but I haven't had one myself from here. But this is just on the other side of the bay of White Mark, which is over there. So this is the first bit. Here you want sort of ray baits really, so long thin baits, sand eel, mackerel, bluey, mix it with squid or whatever. You'll get thornies here too occasionally, I forgot about those. But you get all manner of fish here, including obviously the Bristol Channel dogfish, which seem to be in abundance at the moment. So this is the headland that comes out. A few people fish it up there, and we're going to make our way over to the other side in just a second. So this is it. On high tides it does come up and it does meet the rock face there. Don't stand underneath it, there's a recent rock fall just under there, so it does happen. But like I say, the tide can cut you off on a large tide, so you'll be stuck on the embankment up here until it goes back down. It's not mega dangerous, but yeah, just pay attention. You can get up through the fields there into the woods if you need to, but I wouldn't recommend parking up there. It's just no end of problems. Walkers vandalise your cars, or if you get too near the farm, if you accidentally go up their driveway or whatever, they cause you an absolute nightmare as well. So right, with that, we're going to move on to the next bit. So if you come through the wooded path, that's the footpath that comes down through the field where it's all left green there, and it comes down and you end up on the beach right about there, which brings you out in front of these fishermen over on the point that I just showed you. And figure we'll come up here and you'll see a good view of what Greenaleigh is. So this is Greenaleigh. You fish out onto just sand in most of it. There are the occasional snags out there where boulders have moved out or smaller stuff has moved in, but generally speaking, this is great for rays, larger rays, especially blondes. If I want a blonde ray, this would be my first choice. The only problem is the big walk in. It's not particularly friendly, especially in wet weather. The boulders are very similar to White Mark, so they're like ankle breakers. Some roll, some don't, some are slippy, some don't. If it's covered in green weed, careful, it's like ice. The bladder rack's like ice as well. But those with barnacles on are generally pretty solid underfoot. I find that metal studs don't really help much here. If anything, sometimes they make it worse. So you can fish all down there, but it gets pretty like weedy there. It seems to catch it on the headland. So as you can see, one guy is in prime position down there at the moment. That's my second spot I like to go to if this one's taken. But anyway, we're gonna move on, and then I'll cover everything on the recap at the end. I need to get there before the tide starts coming in, because it comes in at a fair old rate here. Okay, so this is Mark 3 of Greenaleigh. This lovely big sand bay that comes in. It's on the edge of this weed bed and everything else. It's a fair old trek. You It's probably about a 40-minute walk from where you get out your car and disembark, get down near to the roundabout as far as you can. There's the farm for some correlation, and as you'll see, it's full of driftwood here. Everything pushes in onto this point, and it's not the easiest of walks. These cobbles are sort of like, yeah, sort of foot size, some of them, you know. It's a bit like walking on Bossington, for those that know. Lovely West Somerset pebbles, shingle. Yeah, this isn't an easy walk. So here, waders are beneficial. You can wade out a little bit. Like I say, there's a sandbar out there. You can't see it at the moment. The water's already sort of like covering it, and it's not much movement. But this is the third bay. As you can see, there's a lot of current flow because of all the ripples in the sand. So start walking back and I'll give the final cap. This has been Greenaleigh. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like, share and subscribe, and we'll be back out again next week.